Mega horsepower, bulletproof transmission, bulletproof diff, trophy truck tires, big brakes, with a Ford Ranger. Hello and welcome to another beautiful Terra episode. I'm here with my friend Dustin.
How's it going?
Where are we, Dustin?
Back at the shop, East County Trailer Repair here in sunny San Diego.
Yeah, let's check out his cool off-road truck.
Come check it out. Nah, you gotta come in here first, man. I gotta ask you something.
All right.
Come on, man. My office there. You should sign my poster, dude.
Oh, all right. I'll sign that thing. Oh, green, perfect.
Green,
all right. I'll sign this puppy.
Yeah. Got two left.
There it is.
Brother and Wilkie.
Radical.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah. Dude, you got Chelsea DeNofa's autograph even? Look at you.
I love Chelsea.
You're something. So what is your business in here? What do you normally, what's your 9 to 5? Fix trailers?
Fix trailers all day.
Big trailers, little trailers, boat trailers.
Brakes, axles, welding, bumps, electrical.
And race car.
And then we work on cool stuff too.
Cool, so what did this truck start out life as?
Ford Ranger.
Okay.
It's a 97 Ford Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first episode, I tried to keep it stock.
Sure.
Kept the 4-liter in it, air conditioning, but my bypasses wouldn't fit, and that was the end of that.
Delete everything. Perfect. We're starting over. So I see the dual calipers, big shocks, big everything. I mean, this is basically your 2000s 1450 truck nowadays.
Sure.
It's wild. Like these things have trophy truck parts with steel frames on them still.
As much as I could.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's got the same size tires as our big trucks do, the same brakes, the same everything.
Exotic trophy truck arms, center mount radius beams he did, the race kit are just really one-off and they've been working really well.
Sure.
The truck feels really settled and everything with these ADS shocks that I have in the down south tune that Sonny and DJ hooked it up with. Things fits really flat.
What size bypass? Is it 4-inch bypass?
Those are 4.0s.
Okay, cool. It's a big reservoir too. Wow. Big old can. I see you got 2 gas tanks in here?
2 gas tanks.
2 gas tanks.
You know, I really, I want to have a lot of weight out the back, but then I don't want to lose that weight.
Got it.
And so when we're racing, I race the more series, so they're not long laps.
Yeah.
You know, we'll race a 50 lap at the most, and this thing does about 70 on a take.
Cool.
70 to 80.
So you'll leave the back one full and then transfer out of the mid tank.
And if I need to get another lap in, I'll just transfer over, finish, quick fuel, and I'm out.
That's good.
So it lets me get that extra lap in without pitting.
Got it. And now, aside from suspension components, did you build most of this chassis here in the shop? I know we've talked about this you've talked about this episode.
So the chassis was built in Ramona with corrosive design.
Oh,
Garrett. Okay. Me and him did that 10 years ago.
Holy smokes.
And then, you know, once I did the second gen of the suspension and everything, and did all the shock mounts, took everything down to the frame, every wire, everything I did.
And then you got all kinds of wild stuff going on inside here. I see these switches on the dash. What are these Johnny's for?
Right here. Being a trailer tech, I have some, they're 5,000 pound rated on each side, so that's 10,000 pounds it'll lift. And the motors sit right here.
I got it. So it's a jack.
It's a fifth wheel jack landing.
It's a trailer's man hydraulic jacks.
Gear, right? And I do basically the same thing. I strap the arms, front or rear, whichever other tire I need to pick up, and just lifts it right off the ground.
Works pretty good. So
I don't even get out.
Damn, that is so cool.
Thanks. That's too cool.
Yeah. We also made the tires flip up too.
Okay. So this way?
Yeah, because I mean, you know how heavy these things are.
Oh yeah.
And so for my boy to do it himself, I was like, I'll just make it a little bit easier on him. So it's got like a hydraulic shock. These things go poof.
God, the tire just drops right out.
It's real easy for him to handle. Because dude, when I'm racing, I'm so in that truck.
Yeah,
every time I get out and get myself back in, I'm so uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're never back in that.
And then I'm thinking about how uncomfortable I am the whole damn time.
Yeah.
And it's just not what I want to be thinking about. Camber rear end.
Nice. All right. I see a dual calipers too in the
Dual
back.
calipers, yeah. We got a standalone brake system in the rear.
Yeah.
One for drifting, because we're big drift kids. That's what we do.
Guys. Yep.
We've lost brakes before.
Yeah.
And that's actually saved some of my ass, really.
Having a redundant system back there.
For sure. Really.
You got a 10-wheeler diff in there. Is that what you got going on?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
10-inch.
Nice. Big Drivetrain stuff. And then inside you got all kinds of stuff going on in here.
So in the back, with the dual full throttle batteries. My dry sump's in the back. It's a 3-gallon Peterson tank right there. All my electronics, my wiring, everything's really easy to get to right behind that seat. I just pop my seat out and I can work on pretty much everything.
Sure.
I made everything to where it comes into the back of this dash and it's all plugged in.
Nice.
So I can unplug the dash and just pull it out real quick.
Cool. This whole thing's managed by Holly. Two big dashes.
Switch Pros.
Nice.
All the new standard kind of
all the reliable stuff.
Stuff. We made the dipstick
Bitch.
come into here, so when we're on the fly, we could check.
Sure. Smart. I like it. It's just the essentials. Just what you need to go fast.
Fire suppression system.
Yeah.
Be safe.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Good next gen harnesses. Really comfortable and easy to get in and out of.
Yeah.
Really pretty basic, but I mean it's enough to where.
Oh yeah. It's like it's 1450 truck. This is when they come. It's like you have race car parts, race car this, and there's a formula. You know what to put in it. You need the right size engine. You need a solid transmission, a big diff, big shocks, big tires.
Sure.
And a class that started off being somewhat of like a garage thing has snowballed into such big trucks, and such nasty parts. But luckily, you can still buy a bunch of stuff hand-me-down from triple truck dudes and here and there, but you learn quick that doesn't last very long.
No, that was my first go-around. That was the first go-around, the first seison, and then I learned after that, I was like, okay.
Yeah, you gotta buy new parts.
Back to the drawing board. Well, let's pull this head off.
Yeah, let's do it. I would just go that way. Talk to me about your engine here.
Well, this is a Mr. Robert Maruzzi LS7. Pretty much built to the tilt. Custom cam, custom pistons, 13-to-1 compression. It's running right around 480 wheel horsepower on a Mustang dyno on 40s with a 10-inch ring gear. So
rather impressive.
I'd estimate it's a little bit south of 800 crank horsepower.
Yeah, I would say so too. It runs race gas?
It runs race gas, 110 octane.
Holy smokes, dude, that's nasty. My 6100 truck makes 310 to the rear tires.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So this makes it well over 100 more.
I went from 290 to this, so it was like, holy smokes.
That goes from having a gas pedal to having a light switch. That's impressive.
You start using the brakes more.
A lot more. Yeah. Cool. Same thing, big ADS shocks.
Big shocks.
These are Kevin's beams. Nice.
Sweet beams.
Like
good crossover steering.
Nice.
These are double. So we took a piece and shoved another piece inside this piece. And then bent it and broke 2 dies bending it, but we did it. I've been racing going down Barstow, Maine, and broke a thing in half, and I went right into the Hardens camp, and they were like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Yeah, hey, thanks for
here for the pit.
Yeah, terrifying.
Yeah, I know it was. It's terrifying.
Cool. Oh, house steering it looks like in here.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
A little assist in there.
Yeah, with the ram.
Which made a huge difference.
Big time.
You have to have it
Ram assist.
when you're running a big tire like this. It's
gigantic tires. Yeah, and the speeds and everything.
This was new. We were overheating a little bit the last time with the glass on.
Yeah.
And so I took the Fiberworks grill out, and then we made this little dam. I went out and tested, and the truck didn't move off. 187 is about where it got as hot as it.
Yeah.
So.
Because you got to think a lot of the time, with radiators and all that stuff, is you think you have the fan, it's going to suck it through, but the problem is your fan only moves at a certain mile per hour.
Yeah.
And then when the truck's moving faster, which 90% of the time it's faster than what your fan is, it's going to hit that and move around.
It really starts to displace around it. You don't get it. It's moving. It's not getting through that radiator.
And that fan's not doing anything but just being a roadblock.
Yep.
So ducting it in there, or even a lot of guys you'll knock out big holes in the back of the shroud and put the rubber flaps on.
Oh.
So when the fan is on, it creates suction. And then whenever air is moving quicker through here, it moves the flaps out of the way and allows the air to flow through the radiator.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, like ducting is very, very, very important. We've learned that too. We went through an entire year.
It seemed to solve the problem for now, so hopefully I won't have to rubber flap it.
Hopefully. Yeah. Man, those are some gigantic reservoirs.
Thanks Tyler at ADS Shocks. Those are pretty much one-off. Those are pretty bad.
Yeah. And Sunny Tunes these, obviously.
Sunny Tunes them. Yeah. They're real quiet. They're real nice.
And then, so what's next for the truck? You were saying something getting it wrapped?
Yeah, so tomorrow my guy comes to wrap it, and then the weekend after that we go race.
Anything else you want to talk about on this hot rod?
We can talk about the transmission, because that's a pretty another chunk of the bank account. It's a pretty much fully built reed case transmission. There's nothing GM about it really. SRT transmissions, my buddy Ivan, he basically took care of the whole thing and went through it and made sure it's bulletproof.
Nice.
All the billet hubs and chromoly gears and
pumps and the this.
Really, you're looking at a lot of money at the end of the day. It's not
crazy.
But like I said, there's 800 horsepower, there's 40s, there's all the big parts, so
you got to manage it.
Transmission wouldn't last 10 miles if you didn't have it built up. So,
which is wild too, because a lot of us, me especially, when it came to truck stuff, I looked at it as a little bit more affordable than a buggy because I was so terrified of a transaxle and having to prep that in the cost of a transaxle. But then I think about, I prep my transmission every single race. I prep my rear gear every other race. I'm like, well, that is the same price, if not more, than doing a transaxle. I should have just raced a dune buggy because the shocks didn't have to be this big.
That's right.
But mega horsepower, bulletproof transmission, bulletproof diff, trophy truck tires, big brakes, with a Ford Ranger.
And it's a Ford Ranger cab. And the actual, frame really goes up to the horns.
That's true.
And it stops right past my cab. So this is literally a Ford Ranger cab. The motor's not pulled back.
No, I was going to note that.
It's tried and true Ford Ranger 1450 OG.
Yeah. It's the 75% frame rail and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys make that handbrake handle?
Oh, actually, that's Brad Birdie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, he put that in his machines over there in North Carolina and sent it over.
Made some wild.
Yeah, he's a cool cat. I like that guy. So the truck, I don't know, we can show some pictures of it before. Mm-hmm. So it was white, and then we wrapped it gray with a different glass.
Yeah. And
then I let my buddy go out to the Akatia store and go grab some beers, and he decided to go hot rod and rolled it.
What?
Perfect.
And he called me from camp, hey man, your truck's on fire.
Awesome, perfect.
So we hacked the cab and we did a replacement top on it.
Yeah.
And that's when Fiberworks came aboard, and they gave me this glass and the dash, and really transformed it into what it is today. So big shout out to Fiberworks and
Jason rips over there.
Yeah, he does.
Pretty bitchin' truck.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm hoping that I could do you guys a solid and win a race here this next
fingers
one.
crossed, yeah.
Fingers crossed that it all stays together, and let's go get it.
Hey, good welding, Dustin.